My mother is toxic, but I thought I was the crazy one for years. Until I sought therapy last year, I wondered for my whole life if my concerns were valid. I wrote a list of 95 reasons why I dislike her, which I condensed for Reddit. I will not reveal my exact age, but I am a female in my mid-20s, and my mother is in her late 50s. There are many details I am leaving out as well, so in the event my family read this, they wouldn't know it's me. I trimmed this down multiple times, and there's a lot of missing information. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Regarding my brother, I have a brother a few years older than me. As a child, I noticed he was always prioritized over me during family conversations or dinners. Due to my brother's poor life decisions, my parents' lives will always revolve around his issues more than mine. My mother also treated us differently. When I got glasses, my mother was upset because I no longer fit her family's beauty standards. I was not allowed to wear glasses in photos, but my brother was. She also let him watch R-rated movies at an earlier age than me. Let him smoke weed. She was upset when I said I did, and doesn't bat an eye when he skips church while she gets upset when I do. She would pick up my brother from school if he had a headache, but force me to go to school when I was sick with an autoimmune disease. Beginning in second grade, I had to help mom do every job she ever had. She always acted incapable. I think she is. She's quite stupid. My brother never had to help her. Mom always knew I was more responsible than my brother, yet she is against me moving in with my fiancé before marriage. My brother got to move in with his girlfriend, and mom didn't seem to mind. I mentioned earlier about my brother's poor life decisions. She always pushed his problems onto my dad, who now has anxiety. Lastly, she failed to recognize the codependency issues between her and her son, which mirror her own mom and brother. Relationships. Mom has always had a very tense relationship with her toxic mother. Those issues were not addressed properly before she had to move in with us. Mom has never sought counseling for any of her family troubles. My mother attempts to portray her family as this good Christian family, but we are far from it. Meanwhile, her marriage to my dad has never been one I've looked up to. The relationship has always felt tense and awkward. Mom doesn't seem to appreciate dad for providing for the family for their entire marriage or for dealing with their son. She loves to bitch at him for little things. Toxic behaviors. Man, this is a long one. When I sought counseling last year, she insincerely apologized for everything she's ever done to backslash. She failed to recognize my autistic symptoms, and I had to pester her for about a year before she took me to get a diagnosis as a high school senior. I've always felt like she relied on me for happiness. She has expressed jealously of my talents and tries to live vicariously through her children. She is easily set off, and I always had to watch what I said around her to avoid a hissy fit. Until I went to college, I felt like I had to revolve every decision around her. She would fake emotions to make me feel worse about things I did, and she openly admitted to doing that to her students multiple times. My mother overworked me in elementary school, as I had to help her with her job after school. Then I had other extracurriculars after that. She wondered why I was falling behind in math, and actually blamed my teacher for it. She also frequently picked me up from school during math time, whenever my brother wasn't feeling well. When I didn't have friends, she manipulated me into thinking my classmates were the problem, when it was really me. She does not understand boundaries and gets upset when my brother and I politely try to set them. She cites that she is in her 50s and knows more than we do about boundaries. Anytime anyone tries to criticize her, she shuts them down and defends herself. She is also incredibly lazy. There have been times where she gaslit me into believing I did things I never did. To this day, she still views me as a teenager, even though she acts like one herself. She lacks awareness of her emotions, which is why she quickly escalates serious conversations. Views. Despite claiming to love gay people, she did not believe or accept my bisexuality. She has expressed negative views of other religions, often in front of my friends. She would not accept my Buddhism, nor would she want to be educated about it. She is transphobic, xenophobic, and openly sexist. Despite her constantly speaking out against other groups of people, her daughter is unknowingly a Buddhist, and her son has all kinds of issues. She is a right-wing ideologist and Christian nationalist. Despite being an educator, she voted for Trump. She wonders why her friends stopped talking to her. I know she is going to try and indoctrinate her grandson, which is one of the many reasons I don't want children. Hypocrisy. Anytime her job assigns something she didn't want to do, She gave up and quit, even though she always told her children to never give up. She is fine with me having sex with my fiancé, but not okay with us living together. She spends hours watching TV every night, yet she claims she doesn't have time to clean out her house, which is a hidden hoarder situation. She says she's easygoing and flexible, but she really isn't. I could go on. Lifestyle. My mother has never had good eating habits, and she always gains back the weight she loses. She won't exercise because she dislikes sweating. Her lack of exercise now is being reflected in her difficulty to move around. She went from being stronger than most men to the laziest person I know. She has also turned our family home into a storage unit. She constantly buys stuff off Amazon, and she rarely gets rid of anything. Mom blames Dad for not being able to throw anything away, but she is the problem. If Dad and I had the choice, our house would be rid of all her junk. /////. Yes, this is long, but I needed to get this off my chest. Recently, my friend admitted she disliked my mother, and she always had. I was so happy to hear someone else say it. I wondered if strangers on the internet wouldn't like her either. Similar to Jeanette McCurdy, I could write an entire book about my mother. I will be moving out this summer, as soon as I secure my next job. Soon, I can put all this behind me.